Hi, I'm Nancy Gowan from Gowan Consulting. I'm the president of a national occupational therapy organization that works with employers and employees to support their ability to stay at work and return to work. And I'm here to talk to you about our Building Resilience in Transit Organizations program. 2 years ago, we had the opportunity to work with the London Transit Commission to develop a standardized training program for transit operators. The objectives of the program were to assess the level of resilience, tools, and skills that transit operators used for prevention and management of their mental well-being. We customized tools and skills, and in collaboration with workplace stakeholders, developed an interactive resilience program for their operators that could be delivered annually by internal resources. We prepared a train the trainer program for the organization in order to have internal resources trained to deliver the program. Those trainers included human resources professionals, transit trainers, peer supporters, and union representatives. So why did we develop the program? Well, as described by Klarner in their systematic review of post-traumatic stress disorder in public transit in 2015, there is an increased risk of PTSD in transit operators. And many of those factors were not just related to work-related issues, such as prior distressing events or absence of immediate assistance by colleagues, leaving the site accompanied or on their own, but also related to the event, whether it was a person under the train, the severity of the injury, and the number of person under the train events, time between accidents, perceived helplessness at the time of the event, but also individual related factors such as prior trauma, acute stress, sustained stress, and younger age, as well as prognostic factors like anxiety, sense of guilt, and sense of alienation. Klarner found in their systematic review that 69 to 81% of operators were off work after a person under train event. The London Transit Commission wanted to develop a program to prevent post-traumatic stress disorder, to assist people that were at risk of post-traumatic stress, as well as noting an increase in mental health concerns such as depression and anxiety in their operators. The London Transit Commission has been in place since 1875, where the holiday, the Queen Victoria's birthday, celebrated the start of a horse-drawn cars that included transit system at that time. As of 2005, the London Transit Commission serviced 32 routes, 19 of which were accessible. They had an annual ridership that reached more than 8.3 million, and they were funded by federal and provincial governments. In 2017, the London Transit Commission saw an increase in post-traumatic stress of their operators, as well as anxiety and depression and lost time. So they began with a mental health strategy to overall look at how they could support their employees in improving their mental well-being and preventing risk of mental illness. In 2018 and 2019, we developed that and implemented the Train the Trainer program for operators to be able to work on developing resiliency skills and tools that they could use in work as well as outside of work. In 2019, the Canadian Urban Transit Association awarded the London Transit Commission with an Excellence Award in Mental Health Strategy. We know that training and coaching around mental health does work. According to the literature, mental health coaching shows that interventions can contribute to improvement in stress by 12 times, an overall mental health improvement by 8 times, improvement in depression and emotional health by 7 times, quality of life self-efficacy improvements of 5 times, and anxiety, vitality and energy, and attention and concentration improvements between 2 and 4 times, once provided with the appropriate training and coaching. The program that we developed followed the Mental Health Commission of Canada's Mental Health Continuum of taking a look at employees that were healthy, reacting, injured, and ill, to be able to develop tools at each point of the continuum to reduce the amount of individuals who move through to injured or ill. The tools were specifically developed for the operator for helping to develop a healthy lifestyle. So under staying healthy, the operator is provided with developing an individual health plan to be able to implement that health plan both before a shift, during a shift, after the shift, to increase social supports, and to begin preventative care. With respect to the at-risk population, management and inspector training was provided on mental health in the workplace and how to support an employee in distress. A peer support program and a critical incident stress management program was implemented. The employee was understood how to manage trauma incidents early and be able to detect when concerns arose after a traumatic event. Resources were provided at work to support the employee to be able to manage both trauma, anxiety, and stress in the workplace. And occupational therapy supports were provided to the operator as needed. In the ill and injured category, the organization looked at how the employee would go through the recovery plan with having immediate and early resources, reactivation at home, in the community, and into work, work-focused supports and exposure training, a tips for return to work, structured ICBT program, therapy assisted by an occupational therapist, and job coaching to return to work and sustain return to work. In following the mental health continuum, the training model provided specific interactive exercises to build strategies, tools, and a plan that was individualized to each operator. Each operator was given a resource toolkit to be able to include those exercises, a customized plan, and access to certain resources within the community and within the London Transit Commission. An ongoing refresh and support for the training program is provided by the developer. But the training program is only a part of the mental health strategy. Overall, there were wraparound tools provided for the organization, including a full mental health strategy that could be implemented into the organization, including leadership commitment, policies and procedures, management training and supports, inspector training and supports, union training and supports. Practical tools were utilized on the transit bus, and there were scheduling and boundary changes. The operator was taught customer service strategies to learn to let go of some of the distress associated with dealing with the public, and were also taught how to deal with violence and harassment in the workplace. With these customized wraparound tools, the employee was given the supports in the organization to develop that resilience. The results for this program indicated that we had a delivery of training the trainer program for 3 trainers within the London Transit Commission. These 3 trainers went on to provide rotating training sessions, 3 hours in length, to each of the operators within 1 year. The London Transit Commission was awarded the CUTA Mental Health Strategy Award of Excellence, and this was given as a result of implementing the mental health strategy and the training program. Manager mental health training was provided for all managers and inspectors prior to implementing the operator training in order to provide the support that was required for operators to have the right resources and implement those tools in the workplace. Refresher training is provided annually, and individual coaching from an occupational therapist is provided to support those that are at risk at staying at work or return to work. So through that comprehensive involvement of all stakeholders within the London Transit Commission, the program was well implemented and has been recognized by their national association. The National Association has then gone on to recommend that this program be delivered on a regular basis for all transit commissions and programs. If you would like more information, talk to us about our ability to provide this type of program, as well as many other stay at work and return to work programs across Canada and internationally. We have now developed a strategy to be able to provide virtual train the trainer programs for transit operators so that all transit organizations throughout the world can implement a similar program. Contact me at gowanhealth@gowanhealth.com in order to provide additional information about the program and how you too can deliver this highly rated transit program for the operators and developing that resiliency and prevention of mental distress. Thank you.